What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, you guys? So we are back. We are back. I'm so sad that this is the last season of Pose. And I'm mad that it's only 7 episodes. Truth be told, people like this is a shortened season by 3 episodes because the first episode had 8 episodes. I mean, the first season had 8 episodes. Last season had 10. I don't understand what was the point of just giving us, like, if this is the last season. I just don't want it to feel rushed. I don't want it to feel like they putting so much in one episode just to tell the complete story. I want it to be well rounded. I don't want it to get to the season finale and for me to look back at the season and be like, what the hell was this? Okay, because Pose turned out to be one of my favorite shows to watch, and the couple of seasons that it's been on, it's been one of my favorite shows to watch because it's representing stuff that we haven't seen on TV and a group of people that we haven't seen on TV, and it's my community and everything like that. Girl, it's deep. I love the show. Okay, fuck that. We're not finna get sentimental. Not just yet, but y'all gonna stop fucking with me, okay? I see what y'all trying to do. Y'all are really, it's hot as shit up in here. So if you see me sweating, girl, that's what it is. I had to close my door so that the sound won't reverberate or whatever. Girl, fuck it. Listen, y'all really trying to pull at our heartstrings, okay? You really trying to pull at my emotions or whatever. And you can tell that I love a show or whatever because it's 2 episodes, all right? And I've been recording all night. And I said, bitch, I could record this reviews tomorrow when I'm well rested or whatever. But baby, I'm here for it tonight because this is my show. Like I said, this is the final season of Pose season 3, episode 1, On the Run. Okay, now y'all not gonna do this each episode, okay? Y'all are not about to be pulling at our heartstrings each episode. I can't take it, okay? I may look like I'm hard, you know what I'm saying? I be giving y'all hard teas or whatever, but bitch, I'm an emotional wreck sometimes, okay? I'm an emotional wreck. Like, bitch, this episode, I should not have been crying the way that I was crying, all right? It just got to me. Let's get into it. So, the episode starts off. We are in the year. First of all, put down in the comments because I totally forgot. What year did they end off on in season 2? A lot of things have changed. We are now in the 90s. I think it was the 89 or 88 that they was in season 2. Either way, we are in 1994, okay? They still haven't got a handle on the AIDS epidemic that is going on. People are still dying from it. We get that. We understand the severity of that. The very first scene, we have a raid happening at the Hellfire Club where Mother Electra, is at doing her dominatrix stuff. Y'all saw that big beefy man that she had sprung up like that. I said, oh wow, he's a big one. Okay, muscular and everything. Basically was telling them to get the hell out because y'all up in here spreading that stuff, and I'm sitting here like, wow, rude, discrimination, and all of that stuff in one sentence, okay? People still not really all that knowledgeable on the AIDS epidemic, on the AIDS disease. And so of course it's still that stigma that is being spread mostly by gay men and stuff like that. So that's why that was said. It was very ignorant back then because people didn't know much. And so they basically shut the whole club down. Basically, Electra is at a job with that. So she talking to Blanca about the whole thing, and they're at the ball, okay? And now we're seeing exactly how the ball has changed from its inception to where it's at now in the early 90s, all right? We also see Lamar, okay? Remember, Lamar started off as one of Electra kids just like, Blanca did. And we realized that the House of Evangelista, because Blanca and, Electra has come a long way with their relationship. And I believe at the last season, Electra came over to the Evangelistas. And, after she went through the House of Abundance, the House of Winter, and now she was with the House of Evangelistas, okay? I do love the way that their relationship has, grown. But we always get those stragglers. We always get those ones that think they're better. And it's okay to want to do better. It's okay to want more for you. But it's the way that you have to go about it. And Lamar does not understand that. Lamar used to be partner in crime with Cubby, okay? You know, if you saw Cubby, you saw Lamar. If you saw Lamar, you saw Cubby. Lamar this time is so much attitude. Like, he is that bitch, okay? You can't tell him shit. And I'm just like, ugh, no, sweetie. Sis, I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it. It's like you're about to become the villain of this episode, and I hope it's not the season because I just didn't like the direction that his character went, even though we know that the cattiness and the pettiness and the haughtiness and all that stuff happens in everywhere, and especially in our community. You know, no shade, but it's there. It is there. People will backstab your ass in a minute. And Lamar, you know, he was just so his attitude about it, you know, disrespectful. Like, these ladies gave you your opportunity, took you under their wing, and now you're talking to them so disrespectfully. And I just didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? He's forming his own house, the House of Khan, and you know, was basically telling them that they old and washed up and all this stuff, and they couldn't see the house on they couldn't see the House of Khan on the floor or whatever. Of course, Blanca didn't say nothing. You know, she didn't bite the take the bait that he was throwing out there. He even said some shit about Damon. Damon is the only one that, and that's what really got Blanca pissed off, because Damon was going through his stuff. You know, he was supposed to be a dancer. He went over there to Paris or whatever. And apparently something happened with Damon where, you know, he became an alcoholic somehow. We find this out. They don't necessarily say in this episode that that's what was going on, but we get a glimpse of it. In a particular scene with Prey telling him, we see that that's what went down, but we don't know exactly how it happened and what surrounded that situation. But Lamar said something about him out there at the bar drinking himself, you know, being drunk and shit, and that pissed Blanca off. So she was about to go at his ass, okay? And, you know, she wasn't finna give him the satisfaction about, you know, going against him on the floor or whatever. And he's taken away the essence of Ballroom. That's what Blanca feels. Ballroom was about family. You know how Blanca is. She's all about love, coming together, family, communication, all that stuff. And that's what Ballroom was to her. Now, you know, we see Lamar, he's about money. You know, he wants to make money. He said, fuck your little plastic trophies. We about that money, okay? That's what we want to win when we do this ball stuff. And so it was a ball category going on at the particular moment. Pray Tell out there doing his thing and all that stuff, being Shady Boost, drinking and all this. And next thing you know, they got an interruption. Okay, it was two houses. I think the House of Pendarvis. Bitch, one of my favorite, J. Karan Pendarvis. Okay, get back. Oh, get back. Oh, get back. No, let me stop. Who's in charge of the girls? I'm in charge of the girl. Let me stop. Bitch, I give it to y'all. Anyway, I love this show. It gets me hype all the time. But he was out there doing this thing, and then, you know, we thinking that it's about to be cool or whatever. They finna show who won or whatever. Here comes the Khan, House of Khan. You know, they want to come out there and challenge and win and do all that stuff. And so that's what they did. And bitch, for all the shit talking that Lamar was talking, they fucking did that. I had to give it to him. Because Miss Lady that came out, the first girl, I said, bitch, you are beautiful. Okay? Mama was serving all type of face. I said, that bitch got it. Okay? That bitch did it for me right then and there. And then the black girl that came out, I said, oh shit, all right, come on, chocolate drop. I like it. You know what I'm saying? And then Lamar, of course, he's very flexible and he's doing this thing or whatever, and the cash prize was $1,000. Of course, the House of Khan, they won it, you know. Meanwhile, Pray Tell, bitch, when they was talking about the first girl that I said was really beautiful, bitch, the shade that Pray Tell threw at Angel, you know, and how we ain't seen a face this beautiful since Angel, girl. I'm just saying, you know, you're a little dated. I said, wow. Wow. We're really gonna do that? But that wound up happening. So, you know, the MC council that meet up at the little diner or whatever, the older queens or whatever with Pray Tell, they meeting up there and they trying to come up with the money, bitch. They got less than half of the $1,000. They still got like $500 some to come up with. A little over $500 some to come up with. And they was like, bitch, we got to figure out where we gonna get this money, because I heard the House of Khan beat a bitch ass just for some pumps, okay? And sure enough, here come Lamar in the House of Khan, and they trying to figure out where the rest of the money at and all this shit. Next thing you know, Lamar kind of made a little threat like, bitch, y'all better give us the money or what. And then they looking like, bitch, what's gonna happen? Next thing you know, Lamar and them go grabbing on them older dudes and they just start pushing each other. I said, and then food just start flying everywhere. I said, the ghetto, you can't take niggas nowhere. Okay. I said, I mean, we don't play about our money or whatever, but we could have handled this in a more civilized way. Okay, these are the young kids these days, you know, want to fight and want to do all this stuff or whatever. But at the same time, the council should never put up $1,000 prize if you didn't have $1,000. So I get both sides, but we still could have handled this a little bit better. I said a full fight like we in elementary school. Grow up, okay? Meanwhile, Blanca out here, shout out to Jeremy Pope. The first time I ever seen him, you know, I was like, he looks so familiar. Who is he? I just seen him in something. It's a Netflix show called Hollywood. He was in there, okay? And I was like, oh shit, who is this dude? I said, this ain't the dude from season 2 that was on the beach that was talking to Blanca, that was all up in her tea and everything. You know, who is him? Bitch, this Blanca new man. I said, what? What? And they look good together. Okay, Blanca waking up, he like, you know, want to make some pancake. And I ain't talking about that box shit. I'm talking about some homemade shit. I said, oh my God, and he can cook too? Oh, wow. Okay, cool. You know, get it in. You know, and she was like, he wanted her to stay, but you know, she had to go home because Damien was her last kid that's still at the house, and she got to check on him, and you know, cause he want him Mr. Christopher, that's his name. He want her to himself, you know, want to spend some more time with her and everything. And she was like, you'll have me all to yourself once he leaves, okay? As soon as he gets out, we all to the good. You know, and I think over at his house, that's when they saw the breaking news about O.J. Simpson's wife. I said, not O.J. Simpson. Not OJ's, not the juice, all right? Bitch, do y'all follow his Twitter account? That motherfucker got so much shit to say every time something come up. Every time a case come up in the media, bitch, it's hilarious. I be like, you of all people. He be saying some truthful shit. But I said, you of all people, we not about to take you serious. But it's his case with him killing his wife or allegedly killing his wife. That nigga did it. Okay, he ain't physically do it, but he had somebody to do that shit. And if you don't believe otherwise, girl, after I done seen some documentaries on that shit, that nigga did it. Anyway, moving on from that, she leaves or whatever. You can see that Blanca is in a different place in life. Like, she's in love. You can just see it. She's glowing. Then we get over there to Angel and Poppy. I'm not even gonna talk about the Janet Mock situation that happened. Baby, all I'm gonna say is I talk about that and what it is, because I want to really go in on that. Because I understand, but I just didn't agree with some stuff. But you know, they got their little model management agency going on, and Angel come up in the office, Poppy talking to some chick that's sitting on his desk. I said, bitch, this is not what we gonna do. Angel was like, who's her? And it was like, you know, she just work here or whatever. Angel sniffing Poppy and shit like, what's up? But I said, sniff his dick, sis. That's what she was doing. It was funny. I said, Poppy, you need to be sniffing Janet Mock the way that. Let me stop, because I don't want nobody from Post. That's not right. That's not right. What if they watch my videos and here I am being shady? I strike that from the record, okay? It's not. But you know you did wrong, sis. Janet, you did wrong. Angel ain't deserve that, okay? Not to be humiliated like that, okay? But Angel, because his name is Angel, the character that played Poppy in real life, his name is Angel. But Angel on the show, she's in a rut right about now. She's at a, I don't know if she peaked, but right about now, it's like she's already reached her peak and now she's at a standstill. She hasn't booked anything in a year and she just don't know what to do at this point. Meanwhile, we got Pray Tell, he's at his job, you know, he's selling, you know, at the mall, you know, selling Chanel and perfume and all that stuff, and then he's drinking on the job, okay? We get, you know, him going to a funeral with the other guys, that's on the council with him, and he's in his feelings, he's hung over, but they can clearly tell that he's still drinking, and he was even drinking in the ouch in the funeral. And one of the persons that actually died was somebody who literally just walked the ball and won Butch Queen siren or something like that, just won book the category Butch Queen, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like, wow, because this disease is still taking people out, and he's tired of it. He's the boy was young, you know, and he's going through his emotions, because we also know that Pray Tell is also positive as well, you know. So he's just in a rut in his life right about now, and he don't know how to get out of it. He's depressed as hell. You can tell if you're drinking that much, you're trying to hide and fight demons and stuff. You know, if you can't go a day without drinking, something is going on, and he won't open up and talk to people, you know. So we see Blanca. Blanca got a job as a I'm not gonna say a nurse, because at the end of the she got a job in the hospital, okay. I don't know exactly what it is, but you know, she's not a nurse, but that's what she's aiming to become. You know, she's still cool with Judy, you know, and this particular scene where she's bringing a vase of flowers, and we hear when she goes into the room, who's that? Who's that? And she was like, it's Blanca. And I was like, oh my God, Cuddy. Oh my God, Cuddy. I was not expecting that, bitch. I was not expecting that. I said, no, it got him. And he's at the last stages, and you can see, and he's trying to keep his spirits up. His eyesight is gone. And, you know, Blanca trying to talk to him. We find out that Lamar hasn't been there to see him. And, you know, Blanca has his mother there. And, oh my God, it was just, that scene just broke my heart so bad to see that, because imagine, I'm just so glad. I'm just so glad that I didn't have to live through that and have to go through the pain of losing somebody to this illness like that. Well, I did. Let me take that back, because I did. I actually did. Last year, it, at the end of last year, early this year, a friend of mine passed away, and he had AIDS. See, that shit just got me down. That shit hurt so bad. Let me get out of it. Let me get out of it. And that's probably why this scene hit me so hard, because it came out of nowhere. Like, we knew he was sick, but he passed away so suddenly. Woo! Ooh, okay, I'm out of it. I'm out of it. But, you know, Blanca was just trying to get him to see his mom. Bitch, y'all ain't finna give me the crown on this camera. Had nothing to do with it. Blanca was trying to get him to see his mom, and he was just talking about how his mom really was not there for him like that. Was when he first came out, the mom just wasn't here for it, and was basically saying, you're gonna die from the disease if, you know, you continue this lifestyle. And he wanted to prove her wrong, and unfortunately that didn't happen. And so, you know, the mom did wind up seeing him, and they had a moment, and it's unfortunate that he could not see his mother because he lost his sight because of the illness. Oh my God. Oh my God. And then Judy, you know, Nurse Judy, she's still there, and Blanca and her became real close, and she was encouraging Blanca, you know, you're positive, because Blanca positive as well, but, you know, she's keeping herself together, and telling her, you know, the way that you are greeting people that have this illness, and they see you, and the way that you can talk to them or whatever, you need to look into going ahead and becoming a nurse yourself. So she's putting that idea in her head. Meanwhile, Blanca goes home, and you know, she sees Damon. Well, she's trying to see if Damon is there. Damon is nowhere to be found. At this point, we haven't seen Damon yet, and it's halfway through the episode. Okay, and then she turned on the episode, on the TV, I should say, and it's the Bronco chase. If you know anything about the O.J. Simpson case, you know about the infamous Bronco chase. And so at this point, she like, damn, this is the incident that is going to get everybody back together. Because next thing you know, we see Ricky, he making some, I said, put a little bit of more milk, put some more cheese up in that macaroni, that stove top macaroni, bitch. Okay, I said, oh, that shit look nasty, but you know, put a little hot sauce on it, probably tastes good. I don't know. It looked dry. It looked dry. Ricky tried. You know what I'm saying? He making dinner or whatever, and Pray Tell comes in the house, and I said, oh my God, it's 1994 and you guys are still together. I did not think they was gonna last, sweetie. I did not think they was gonna last. I was like, what? And of course, at this point, Ricky is over Pray Tell because Pray Tell is, you know, he's drinking and everything, and you know, he's not being considerate. He's making this big deal, this big dinner, whatever. And Pray Tell is just like throwing him off like, oh, you kids, your generation is this. And it's not that. You don't have common consideration for him, you know, because you're out here drinking and all this stuff. He made this whole dinner because he got a second call back for a Janet Jackson tour. I said, control. All right, sis. Go ahead and do what you got to do, bitch. Get the job. Okay. And then they see that the OJ Simpson thing is going on, and Blanca called them to come over there to the house and you know, to watch it. We see Angel and Lulu, they talking or whatever about everything that's going on. Lulu told her, listen, bitch, I'm back at the strip club because, you know, I got the associate degree, but I can't become an accountant without the bachelor degree. College ain't doing it for me right now because it's not paying the bills. I ain't got the money for it and all that shit. So I'm back on the pole. Bitch, why they up there talking? Lulu gets a fucking joint, right? And she likes that bitch, smoke it a little bit. Angel take it, and she was like, girl, what the fuck is this? She was like, bitch, I got it from Wooly. I got it from this dude in the club or whatever. It's called a Wooly. You know, it's weed laced with a little bit of crack. I said, oh no, we not finna do this, bitch. Okay, I thought we skipped the crack era. No, bitch, we still up in that hoe. Okay, Angel was like, you know, Poppy don't want me doing this. What is this? You should have told me before you let me smoke it. She said, first of all, I didn't give it to you. You took it out of my hand. All right. And then Blanca had called Angel to tell her to come over. We got Ricky and Pray Tell over at the house. You know, Ricky trying to curtail Pray Tell's drinking, but of course he's not listening to him. At this point, you know, she called everybody. Damon is at the house. You know, at this, we finally see Damon, and he tries to take Pray Tell in the back and to tell him about, you know, the Alcohol Anonymous, and that's when we realized that Damon was going through some shit as well, and so he has a book on Alcohol Anonymous and trying to get you know, Pray Tell to see that you don't have to drink and self-medicate yourself through your demons and through your issues and all this stuff. Pray Tell ain't trying to hear it at this point, you know. Electra comes over there, and bitch, we what's her name? Blocker trying to get Angel to come over there. Angel was like, bitch, who the fuck is OJ? Orange juice? What is that? Girl, bye. She hung that phone up. Bitch, at this point, Electra came in blazing. She was like, OJ, because they were saying that he was on a suicide watch, he might kill himself or whatever. Why would he do that? He wouldn't kill himself over no false allegations or something like that. We know that he didn't do it. And then Electra goes into, listen, my sugar daddy used to have a whole bunch of season seats or whatever to the games and all that stuff, and we had to stop going because OJ kept on looking at me trying to I said Electra will lie her ass off just to make herself feel good. Bitch, she don't care. Okay. But eventually, you know, Angel and Lulu do come over there, and they go and have a little smoke section up in the bedroom, and Pray Tell come up in there too. I said, oh my God, so Angel, you gonna still smoke that crack? Please don't get hooked. Like, we don't need this. We already got Pray Tell dealing with an alcohol problem and all that shit, and I'm glad he ain't take the drugs or whatever. But damn, it's just a lot that was going on. Poppy shows up and he brings some pizza and shit like that, and this is just everybody's talking and basically giving their opinions on whether or not, you know, OJ did it and all that stuff. Oh, he wouldn't be running if he didn't do it, and he wouldn't be talking about suicide if he didn't do it, and all this stuff, and woo woo woo. And then you know, Blanca wants them to get together, have dinner, and trying to get the House of Evangelista back together. She wants that family back. She wants that unity back. She wants to have, Friday dinners. And at first, people was giving a little bit of resistance, but then people was like, okay, cool. But then here come Electra. The first ball or the first category that we lose, I'm done. Okay, we're over it. And they was like, all right, cool, because they was talking about legacy and everything. So I was here for it, And then we see Blanca go back over there to Christopher. He's studying. I said, so Christopher must be a doctor, okay, or pre-med or something like that. He's studying anatomies and trials and stuff or whatever, looking for antidotes and shit for this virus. Well, for the AIDS virus, yeah. And he wants Blanca to meet his parents. I said, oh shit, bitch, this how deep we into the relationship? She was like, I don't know about that, because once your parents meet me or whatever, what if they say that you're not supposed to be with me and they see what I am, and then you gonna realize that you can't be in it? And he was like, I'm with you because I want to be with you, and they gonna love you because I love you. I said, oh shit. So they really into this shit together. I was like, oh wow, it is so nice to see that Blanca finally got a man and she is in love, and I'm here for it. And so right when Blanca was getting ready to go meet up with his parents, she gets a phone call, and it's the hospital about Cubby. And everybody is around his bed. They gathered around him and, just talking about the memories that they had with him. Um and then eventually he passes away. Lamar, he comes afterwards, in this cherry, bitchy type, shady queen, type of situation. And he gets mad at Blanca because he claims Blanca didn't tell him how serious it was, because then they told him that Cubby passed away. And he's still trying to make it seem like he cool or whatever. And Blanca was like, I told you for weeks, tried to get your ass up here for weeks, but you wouldn't come, okay, because you so busy up in here doing what you doing. He gonna say, I was trying to build the house of Khan. That's what I'm trying to do. I said, I don't like that shit. Lamar, he just turned me all the way wrong in this episode. I just didn't like him. I didn't like his attitude or whatever. It just really wasn't that. Pray Tell had to snap on his ass, okay? And, Electra was like, no, this is not what we gonna do. We not finna fight physically, but we gonna battle that shit out on the floor in the ballroom. That's what Cubby would have liked. I said, really? Bitch, Cubby ain't been dead but a couple of hours, and we about to go to the ball tonight, and we finna, girl, I wouldn't have did it. I wouldn't have been able to do it, because I be in fucking shambles, bitch. I be in a pool of my tears, bitch. I would have, that would have been me. That would have been me, girl. Okay. But Lamar went up in there talking about something. Now let me go see my brother. And everybody was like, yo, he's your brother now, but you couldn't come see him when he was alive. But he did go in there, and he laid on the bed with him, and he cried and everything, and it was sad. And so they do have the ball, and it was the House of Evangelista coming out of retirement going against the House of Khan, and Angel against the beautiful face girl, Lulu against the black girl. Ricky came out there doing his thing. I said, oh, Ricky, you voguing now? Against, what is his name? The host of Legendary on HBO Max, which comes back later this week, I believe on the 6th. I think so, this Thursday. For second season. I will be watching. And he was out there going against each other. And then here comes Lamar. And then here comes Electra. Bitch, Lamar knew it was over when Electra came out. That's why he just stopped. Damon came out there, did his shit too, And then when Lamar was trying to do his shit, Electra came out, and he was just like, bitch, fuck it. Because the crowd wasn't here for Lamar at that point. They was here for Electra. And, at this point, House of Evangelista won by 1 point. And they won the $500. They're going to donate it to Cubby, a foundation for Cubby or whatever, some little thing, whatever. And, of course, Blanca had to get up there and give her a speech about stop running and being family and all this stuff. And woo, woo, woo. You know how Blanca is. And so at the end, after that, they go have some little Chinese food like they always do. And at this point, here comes Christopher. I said, oh shit. They was like, bitch, who is this? Christopher said, you got room, you got one more seat available. And it was like, yeah, cool. Blanca gets up. He come over there to Blanca, and he kissed Blanca. Blanca was about to sit back down. Christopher was like, no, bitch, we finna get him a show. I said, I know you better fucking show that affection to your woman. Bitch, you better do that shit. I like Christopher. Christopher, don't have no shit up in your closet that I gotta stop liking your ass. Cause I like you for Blanca for right now. This is only episode 1. But I like you for right now. It's cute. You know what I'm saying? And then the episode ends with Blanca going up to this college to get an application so she can fill it out so that she can become a nurse. And I was like, see, I like that. That was episode 1. Episode 1 was cute. Okay, I really enjoyed myself. It's a longer episode. It was a longer episode. That's why you get a 30-minute review. But you guys tell me how you feel and tune in next for episode 2. Peace.